What will the world will look like? What if our skies are filled with silent drones, delivering medicine, and our cities pulse with lights that never fade? What if deserts bloom with green, and the air we breathe is clearer than the generations before us ever dreamed?
But what if in 2050, despite all our progress, we find ourselves in a world where machines understand us better than humans do, where nature has grown tired of waiting for our care, and where smiles are rarer than survival?
We can live in a world that we design.
So my name is Francis Clarence Chua. I am 29 years old. I am currently an instructor here at Northwestern University at the Department of Physical Therapy. So I graduated 2017 with my bachelor's degree in physical therapy at the Mariano Matos State University, and I taught there for at least 5 years. And I'm currently taking my master's degree at the University of the Philippines, Manila campus for my master's degree in physical therapy. I'm also currently a member of the Philippine Physical Therapy Association, and I think I'm a loving son and brother, fully a loving partner also. So I think that's about the best you could get from me right now.
Sir, what do you think the world will look like in the year 2050?
In the year 2050, that's at least 25 years from now. So I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can, considering that we have a lot of talented people around right now, including the younger generations who are really passionate about their future and how they would strive in this world, considering that for the past few decades, all we've faced are news about chaos, depression, not only in terms of financial crisis, but also in terms of our health care as well, and of course our environmental health. So I'm trying to be optimistic, considering that there's this recent push for sustainability and innovation within sustainability and inclusivity within sustainability, trying to make a more holistic future for all of us. So there's a lot of talented policymakers right now, scientists that are trying to come up with innovations that would ensure that we still have a good environment for the future, that food security and safety is still there, that healthcare issues are being addressed. But considering that we are currently living in a very chaotic society, it's very difficult not to be pessimistic about things, that by 2050, nations would still be warring with each other, considering that right now, the current international superpowers are already at, I think, they're really testing the patience of each other right now. Hopefully by the year 2050, we'll have a more livable world, we'll have a more sustainable world that's more friendly for us, of course, but not only us, but also the other organisms that are coexisting with us right now in this world. And hopefully, we have a more peaceful future ahead of us.
Are you most excited or worried in the future, sir?
Excited or worried? So, one of that, I think I already pointed out some things. So let's start with the worries first. Let's get the negative stuff out of the way first. No? So again, number one, I'm fearful of a nuclear war, to be honest. No? The international giants and superpowers right now, the US, Russia, China, they're not really on good terms. And I think there's really been this big emphasis on who has the most nuclear weapons in the future. And I think that's devastating for mankind if ever a nuclear war happens. Now, I'm praying it does not happen at all. I'm praying it does not happen at all. But considering that in the Middle East, even in Southeast Asia right now, between Russia and Ukraine, there's just too many warring nations right now that I think our generation, our society has become so saturated with news about it that they're pushing it aside, they're putting it aside, they're not really taking a great look into it because we've been too saturated with news about it. So it's not really making that much of an impact right now. Which I think is very worrying because these are nations that are warring with each other. You know, millions of people have already died, thousands if not millions. The ever-growing population of the world is not really that worrisome for me because there's still a lot of land mass to use. So I want to get that out of the way. There's still a lot of land here in the world that could be used with things. What I'm worried about is the congestion. Take for example, Metro Manila right now. The issues with flooding is not simply because of overpopulation, but it's overcongestion of a large amount of population. There's too many people right now living in the same area that's trying to put housing into locations where housing should not be placed. So they've gotten rid of rivers and other waterways in Manila, placing streets and houses and buildings on top of these waterways. Right now, nature is sort of taking its revenge. You took my river away, I'm placing it back to where your buildings are right now. That sort of cosmic karma that's happening right now with, especially in Metro Manila, with the issues on flooding. And don't get me started on the flood control issues, but that's a different topic for another question. So that's another concern I have is it's not really the overpopulation, it's the congestion, it's the lack of proper planning and development of our urban and rural areas. Because right now, I don't really see a very sustainable living place for the future generations if there's not enough planning and proper implementation of plans that's being made. Because again, for example, one project that I always see is they're trying to fix the roads even though the road should not be fixed yet because it's just brand new. They're fixing the roads, they're placing asphalt and pavement all on top of it without really working on proper drainage. Flood happens and flood is worsening. I think this is a sentiment that's shared by most, especially here in Lawag right now, where in places that did not get flooded before are now getting flooded. And that's a consequence of poor urban planning and development. And there's a lot of discoveries right now, innovations being made to address communicable diseases. Take for example, our vector-borne diseases such as those carried by mosquitoes, dengue and malaria. I think I've read one article or study that detailed how they're trying to get rid of the dengue or malaria carrying mosquito population safely without affecting the ecosystem. So a lot of my excitement right now really is with innovations in those related to sustainability, inclusivity, and equity.
Our last question for you, sir, is what advice would you give the youth today about
give up your plan. What advice would I give? It's to just keep going. That's my best advice. Just keep going in terms of whatever ideas you have, just push for it. You never know if you could be the next big, you could make the next big discovery or the next big invention. If you have ideas, just keep on pushing it. Just keep on pushing. Just keep on going. If there's a lot of injustice happening in society right now that's directly affecting our lives, but not only our current generation, but also the future generations. Wrong decisions being made, wrong policies being passed down, being pushed through, that's not only affecting us as a society, but it's also affecting our environment. It's also affecting the sustainability of our cities in the future, or our towns in the future, our healthcare. Okay, so I truly believe in the statement that everything is probably enough. They really want to have a better future. You want to have a better future for yourselves, and I just keep on pushing towards that vision. Whether it be trying to fight against justice, trying to push whatever initiatives you have, whatever innovations you may have, or in simply trying to be a better person, not only to yourself, but to others and to the environment. So my advice for the youth, my advice for the future generations, just keep on pushing.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place is much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space.